What's up, guys? This is Tyssassin and welcome back to another episode. It's episode 31, and last time we flooded our mushroom island and converted it all to dirt and spent a little bit of time at the base designing some walls and stuff like that. Thanks for the feedback on that, by the way. And today we have some pretty big plans. I'm out here at the Ice Spikes Plains biome. What is this biome called? Ice Plains Spikes. Yep. I got myself another shulker box filled with pack ice because I was completely out, and yeah, we're going to be using some of that today, and we've got a couple other things to collect too. So before we get on to today's plans, we've got a little bit of resource gathering to do. So let's head over to the swamp and get some lily pads. So our lily pad area is over here by the slime farm, which is this giant thing in the ocean. And yeah, I didn't really mention it, but we have a ton of resource gathering to do because the build we're doing today is quite large, So we're gonna get some lily pads. I need less than a stack, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab a stack because this is not a resource that I have laying around, and it would be quite nice to have it laying around. And then we'll run around and get a couple other resources for the build because there's, like I said, quite a few things that we need, like spruce wood, for example, and dark oak wood. And how about a little bit of light blue dye? And just a little bit of light gray dye as well. And we're gonna need just a whole bunch of other stuff as well. So I'm gonna hang out here at the base for just a few minutes and we'll collect things like, I don't know, 5 shulker boxes of stone and just all sorts of other stuff. And yeah, once we get all this collected here, we'll get on the road to working on today's project. Alright guys, we're back on the Mushroom Island, and I've done a little bit of work in between episodes here. As I mentioned, I wanted to finish flooding the area, and if you look over here, I think we've done just that. And I have double and triple and quadruple checked. I've looked under mushrooms. I've looked everywhere for mycelium, and I can't tell you how many blocks of mycelium I missed when I was doing this, both over there and, you know, over here. So I am a little worried about what the next step is here, which is to remove the water and start planting in grass. So I think I mentioned before that this is something I've never done before, and I'm pretty worried. So yeah, but I think it's time to do that. I probably have flown around this island for an hour or two looking for mycelium and finding more and more, just like one block, like right on a corner, you know, the water, you know, it was like here and the water didn't go over the corner or what have you. But anyways, there's no mycelium as far as I can tell. I freaking hope. So yeah, that's what we're going to work on now. I'm going to run around and, you know, remove water, and what I think I'll do is we'll do a little time lapse real quick. It'll probably be a fast one, but we'll remove all the water and start planting grass, and yeah, we'll time lapse the growth of the grass and hopefully not the growth of any mycelium. But yeah, I say let's get going. Well, wasn't that something, huh? A lot of progress has been made here, and our island is looking very green. Very, very green. Much different than it did before. And I think, yeah, a little bit of grass over here. There's probably a little bit over here somewhere. Yeah, that hasn't quite gotten there yet. And I think that's because of where I was located when I was hanging out, I think. Maybe this is too far. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I only had to fight a little bit of mycelium, some of which was right over here. It just like appeared out of nowhere. And yeah, I don't... Oh. Well, there's the answer, huh? Well, we're just going to take that mycelium with us. Oh, actually, I have the dirt right here. Everything's the same as it was before. Oh my goodness. What did I say about the Windows key a couple episodes ago? Anyway, so yeah, we're looking pretty good. And now it's time to move on to the rest of our plans for today. So definitely a major project, though. Yeah, a lot of work went into getting this place flooded and taking all that water back down and turning it green. So you might notice there are some slime blocks in random locations here on the island, and those aren't so random. Actually, they're very well thought out. This one here is going to be our villager breeders. So if you don't know, the Mushroom Island, is going to be our villager trading island. So we're going to have a trading hall over here somewhere where this slime block is. We'll have our villager breeder right over here. We'll be able to ship our villagers probably underground because, you know, here we have nothing underground, which is great. Unlike our base where there's everything in the world underground. So we can ship those off over to the trading hall. And then over here, which is going to be the major project for today, is a big area marked out for a farm. So we're going to be building Unarybit's villager food farm. And yeah, it's pretty big. Pretty big. Sorry for the sirens. I live downtown. Bad things happen sometimes here. I wish I was kidding. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to build right around here. And I think this is going to leave us enough room because this is 27 by 27 I marked out. And I'm going to want a couple blocks of room on the bottom for some trim and making things look pretty. So yeah, I'll have to dig out this little area here so that it's nice and level so we can kind of have a base to put down our farm. But this is the approximate center of that farm, and you can kind of see where this extends to. Now, what we need to do first in order to build Unarybit's food farm is we need to breed some farming villagers, and we have 10 villagers over here, which is key to our success. None of which I care about, and all of which I'm going to taint with carrots and will later get rid of. So I'm going to take these 10 villagers and I'm going to move them over to the breeder breeder section of the island over here, and that way we can... I was going to land on that mushroom, but it didn't happen. That way we can actually have them in the location that they need to be, and we'll start to build up a probably temporary villager breeders. So first things first, I'm going to lay down some serious track and get them over there. All right, we're all sorted on the rail situation, and I've already built up the breeder over there as well. So all we got to do now is just drop a minecart in here, and he'll go off right on top, and I'll show that to you in just a second. If you don't know about this, I've got the water stream pushing the villagers over into the corner, and there's just a 2-block gap down there, right? So you got water, air, and then glass, and that makes it so that they don't bob up and down, and they're pretty much aligned right in that corner. And if you run a minecart in on a flat rail like that, picks them up almost every time. Pretty good trick. Let's go over here, and our villager should have made his way, yep, all the way up. You can see I've built up the breeder already. This is the same breeder I've actually used already in the world once to populate the iron farms. It's made by a guy named xMistaBeastx, I think is his name. It's the Minerva servers villager breeder, and actually he can hang out in the minecart. That's actually completely fine. So let's replace all of this. And there we go. And now I can take down this already, which is great. That was kind of a one-time use just to get that guy up there. So he's going to detect the doors, make a village, and that'll allow the guys down below to say, hey, I'm in a village and I have food and I am willing to breed, so let me make it the baby. So what we're going to do now is drop that right there. I've already hooked up the rail here to populate this area. So this is where the villagers are going to go that will breed. And yeah, they'll go in these little holes here, and then we'll build up the bottom so that way they can have a spot for the babies to pop out. So yeah, basically all we do here, we're going to put 2 villagers on each of these posts, and then at the top here we'll send some carrots to them, or potatoes or what have you, but they'll kind of go by on a water stream and they'll pick them up and throw them at each other and all of that good villager goodness. So I'm going to actually let these guys drop a few blocks, and then I'm going to have a little water stream that gets them maybe over here somewhere, out of the way and away from the village, and in a little area that I can pick them up, and hopefully we'll pick up some farming villagers, because that's what we really need. So let's send over a couple of these guys. Whoop. So we've got a 1. There he goes. And it doesn't matter what kind of villagers these are. They can be whatever type. And did I throw my rockets? Doing pretty good here, Ty. So yeah, we'll throw these guys over into the system. So they'll come right over, and I'll show you really quickly kind of how to populate one of these cells, and then we'll do the other one. So there comes one, there comes the other. We're gonna have to be pretty quick because I don't want them bouncing around and all that. So hopefully, don't jump, don't jump. You stay here. You stay here. You go in your hole. No. Bad villager. Okay, so we're going to get him right inside of this hole. Okay, I guess you're going to go in that hole. And then we'll get his friend here, hopefully in the same hole. Hopefully. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to get him in from this angle, though, so we might have to do a little bit of water magic here. Yeah, so it's kind of hard to see, but if you look at their hitboxes, you can see there's like not enough room for him in there. But what we can do is we can push him up like that, and there we go. Take the hitboxes off, and we just want to make sure that when they're in there, they're kind of on diagonal corners. And if they're not, you just give them a little nudge, and then you're good to go. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to get our piston out and shove a couple things into their face. So pretty easy to do. Let's grab some blocks. Just going to put a piston up right there, and we're going to put glass blocks in their head space. There we go. And so that's kind of in their head right now, right? So we're going to put one more, and then we're actually going to break this block, and that actually leaves like a little area so that when they throw food, it kind of sits on top of this glass and doesn't get down into the baby area. And then all we need is a top slab. And there we go. So there's one cell populated. So I'm going to go ahead and get the other cells populated, and then I'm going to throw together a little Nano Farm real quick so I can produce a ton of carrots, and then we'll start making villager babies, so we can find some hopefully some farming villagers. Well, I have one of those good news, bad news kind of situation going on. Good news is that we have this up and all of our villagers are in it and things are working. Bad news is that we only have one villager, and that's because I just put a roof up there. Oh, I'm such an idiot, guys. So yeah, we have to have a roof, you know, in order for these doors to be recognized as valid doors and be a village and all that. But I had the center part, this part here, taken off so that I could get this guy in here, and I forgot to put it on there. So yeah, just one villager, and it looks like somebody's taking damage down there, which isn't good. So I'll deal with that in just a second. But we are producing villagers. It doesn't look like we have any farming villagers quite yet, but we'll get there eventually. Luckily, we have hearts. Kind of like instantly, we had a villager baby. So yeah, and good news is we've been working over here, as you might be able to see. I've been working a little bit on the design for the giant food farm, and I think we've nailed it. Pretty sure it's a little simplistic, but it's a giant build, and you know it's always a little bit difficult to make it look super good. So I might break up some textures and stuff in the future, but for right now, this is kind of the look. So we have stone bricks and spruce stairs. You got the dark oak and blue glass. And I was just going to do the foundation, but no villagers were becoming babies over there. So I just kept working, hoping that would happen. And yeah, I figured out why. But we do have the first area done, and yeah, looking pretty good. We just need to put in the section in the middle here that holds the villager, and then we can go ahead and start building up the next sections. But I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and work on the additional layers and get those going, and then we'll we'll work on the center sections as we get villagers. Because, yeah, right now we only have a couple, so there's definitely a little bit of a waiting game to be had. I have used, by the way, a ton, and I mean a ton. This box was filled with bone blocks, and yeah, you can kind of see, yeah, a little bit of bone has been used, and we're finally at like the saturation point, if you would. I have some extra carrots down here. They basically just loop around and then end up in a hopper. They go down this little chute right here. But yeah, everything else is working pretty good. So it's still, like I said, a little bit of a waiting game for these farming villagers. Oh no, it's purple. Yeah, I think we. I don't know why one of these guys was taking damage. I think we're good here. We've got villagers coming out. Hopefully everybody has got enough food. Hopefully. And we'll hopefully have some farming villagers in the near future. Well, we have a little bit of a villager cube going on over here. So success has been had. We have, yeah, quite a few, a couple. I don't know how many are in there. And a number down there too, actually. So let's go ahead and release the first one here. And off he goes. Hopefully he's not a librarian that has anything good. But really, we just need to get this thing going, so I'm okay either way. We have worked on the second layer here. That's almost done, and this guy should pop right into the first layer for us. And then we're gonna close this up because these guys have a tendency to bolt when I release them. No. So you can see there's actually 2 minecarts over here because I had to kill the first guy. Yeah, buddy, I'm gonna need you to go over there. Yeah, this isn't gonna work out. You gotta go over there. Move it. I don't know what it is with these guys with their bolting, like they go, no, I want to go back to the villager breeder every single time you release them. So this guy is the quote-unquote hungry villager, and he is now contained, which is great, and will live here forever. So basically he hangs out, and the farming villager will come in here, and actually we need to take this out. Yeah, he'll come in here and he'll throw food to the guy. He can't quite throw it to him, and it'll whisk off into this hole right over here. So yeah, looking pretty good. I had to negotiate with some water, so yeah, don't worry about that. So for right now, I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get the next guy in here as well, and stick him in a compartment over here. So yeah, just a lot of that kind of repeating. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing here for the next probably couple hours. All right, first brown coat villager here. Hello. I thought I'd bring you back for the exciting moment of getting our first farming module working. So this guy should make it in here. This is just a few minutes later, by the way, but he should make it right inside of here. And then we're going to toss him some carrots and let him do his thing. Hopefully that will work. There we go. And actually, I just realized I'm going to have to till the land too. So don't run. Don't run. I'm watching you. So yeah, we're going to toss this guy some carrots here in just a second, but I'm going to go ahead and till this ground, and then we'll have our first farming module complete. Very nice. All right, Mr. Guy. There you go. Take them. They're yours now. Now make farm. Go make farm. Go make the farm. Go on. Farm. Go on. Did I do something wrong? Wait. Oh, there it is. Yes. Oh no, I trampled the farmland. Yes. Okay, perfect. This guy is planting the carrots, so hopefully here in just a little... I need to stop jumping around in here. Hopefully here in just a little while, this place will start producing some actual carrot action, which is super exciting. Yes, first farming layer is complete. So yeah, there's a lot more work to be done, guys, and I am running out of time. This project has been a little bit bigger than I thought it was. Kind of pretty huge. And yeah, I think we're getting pretty close here. I'm gonna probably have to cut you all off. Where's the slabs at, guys? No slabs. There we go. Let's clean this area up real quick. So what we need to do probably early next episode is build out the rest of this, and these can be like this. That's fine. And that's going to take us just a little bit of time. We're going to need some more farming villagers, of course, and yeah, we're going to definitely need to get the other layers built, which is a little bit of a project in itself, quite frankly. So let's sleep real quick, and we'll take a quick glance at this before we go. Good morning. I really feel like Minecraft characters don't get enough sleep, you know what I mean? Anyways, so yeah, this is what it's looking like so far, guys. 2 layers, almost complete, and a lot more villagers to put in. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked on it. I think this is a pretty good look too. I definitely think that there's some opportunity for like texture variation and stuff like that. But you know, overall, this is, you know, it's not too bad. I think it'll fit right in with the other things that we're going to be doing here in the island. But yeah, listen, guys, for today, I think that's gonna be it. Excuse me, how rude of me. But I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, don't forget to leave it a like and subscribe if you're new. And guys, this has been Tyssassin, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Meanwhile, across town, in this less than fashionable cubbyhole of the San Francisco Examiner, these editors are programming today's copy of the paper into that same Ohio computer.